Harvey show. Harvey would eventually end up sitting down with Keenan back in 2017 to discuss the impersonations of him. I ought to knock your ass out. You don't know the phone calls you put in my life. Man, Steve, did you...
Fuck.
Thank you, Coach. Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming 10-71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Chicago. First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Chicago Bears.
All day, baby, all day.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Check. Crunch. Alert, alert. Alert, alert. Yep.
Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 43.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A huge play there for Chicago. 43 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Trubisky will throw. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, check back 45. Check back 45. I got you. Go. Don't get nervous. Go. Watch the light. Watch the pass. Check 45. Get it. Check.
On 2nd down, it's Stick. Throw right side complete to Carter. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Greystone, trap. Let's go, tackle, let's go. We got this, we got this. Check. Rush in. Let's go.
On the run, it's Pumphrey. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Ready.
So after the loss of 2, here's second and 12 from the 23.
Check. Slam.
They'll run here with Pumphrey. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Let's get off the field, D. Shift. Watch the shift. Sponge. No.
On third down, it's Stick. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take it, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Trubisky gives to Cohen. Marcus Davenport there to take him down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Alert.
On second down, it's Cohen. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Play action. Now Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They'll run it now with Pumphrey. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. No score after one on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready? Hey, Gator. 56. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
1st and 10, stick. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They run with Pumphrey. Sheds off the tackle. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 46 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. A run by Dixon. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
60 or. Watch the run. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Hey, echo. No. Ready.
On 3rd and short, it's Dixon. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. And Lutz's kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Hey, right on cue, they set up the screen and complete it. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Defensively, looks like they were thinking the same thing you were. You mentioned maybe being able to hit them with some screens, but they were ready.
Yeah, it's not just the guys who have the headsets on offense that do the thinking, right? They saw, they understood what they did, and said, you know something, how would you try to play it against us? And they were ready for it.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Hey, Haywood! Go, go, go! Got one, I got one! Mike 55, Mike 55! Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl! Let's go!
Now stick. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Hey, team 6, team 6. Hey! Touchdown defense. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Get your swarm on. Pilot 64. Weak. Jim. Watch twins. Watch twins. 5.
Here's Stick, 3rd and long. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That one goes for 30 yards.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force them into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Bravo! Get that ball! Get that ball!
On 2nd and 11 now. Stick. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming out, and it just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield.
Motherfucker!
Touchdown, Chicago! Torrey Cohen, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Bears have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, the Saints were able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stick under pressure again, and down he goes again.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Alpha.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was the veteran Prince Amukamara that time who had the play covered from the start.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Trubisky to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll throw now on the final play. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It got his man complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So instead of trailing into the lockers, they grab the lead with the clock reading all zeros before intermission.
I would love to go into the locker room with them because right now they're riding a nice wave, aren't they? They're feeling good about themselves. But I know the coach is going to be talking to them about calming down, taking it easy. We've got a whole second half, but use the way we finished the first one to start the second.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Tight dog. Tight dog. Tight dog. Check it backer. Check it backer. Hey, Orbit. Get it.
They'll throw on 2nd down his stick. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Mike, 55. Right there, in the middle, 55. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Quick dad. Let's go.
Stick back to pass. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick 47. This one looks good as well. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Let's get it.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
47 to Mike, boys. 46. Exit. 47. 47.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. A line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal.
Six guys. Check 6 guys. Hey. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Go. 56 to Mike.
They'll run again with Pumphrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal.
Hey, Wahoo!
They'll run here on third and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. This started with first and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Out left to Shaheen. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
Push him back. Watch twist.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Oh, wide open. Complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have retaken the lead. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flushed from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Hey, Charlie. Cross the run. That's big shot. Check, 55 to Mike.
Here's Stick looking to throw. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Stick looks to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time, they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
I got you. Switch.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. So they'll give a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Trubisky. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Sheldon Rankins racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Ready, 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey, Delta.
Running out of the gun with Dixon. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints have retaken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. after the touchdown. Lutz to kick it off. This will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Some good gains going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, Trubisky voids the target, and he has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They go play action. Trubisky. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been terrific so far. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. A shotgun throw for Stick. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now a play fake here on first down. Completes it to the tight end, Burton. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Trubisky. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got a man complete. The 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. And off it goes. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Hey, Zoo. 55, 55. I got you, Pop. Mike, yep. Right there in the middle, 55. Let's go, let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Mike. Hey, Haywood. Hey, eat.
Another try after the first down sack. Stick. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 conversion and 8 tries, not good. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Back to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory, and I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all the way.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Let's go, D. 45, 45, 45, Mike, 45. Bravo.
On 4th down, here's Stick. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
The Bears take over first and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Sit up! 180! Watch the backer, watch the backer. Hey,
First down, a run with Cohen. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's second and 1.
Here I come! Here I come! Ran!
Play action. It's Trubisky. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. The Bears on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. This is Cohen. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
180! Check by 47. Good. Watch the twist, watch the twist. Stop.
And Trubisky down to a knee, and that is all she wrote.
Trubisky on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and